There we go. Hello everybody. Today we're going to be doing Module 3, Lesson 5. And for this one, it's going to be similar to last time's, or to Lesson 4's, in that we're going to count by units of 7 to multiply and divide using number bonds to decompose. Now, lesson number 4 was that we were going to count by units of 6. So it's going to be very similar. We're going to start with an application problem. As soon as it goes to the next page. There we go. Now, the application problem is this. Gracie draws 7 rows of stars. In each row, she draws 4 stars. How many stars does she draw in all? So, she draws 7 rows of stars. So let's do that. Let's start with a picture. Okay, so 7 rows of stars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many stars in each row? Well, there's 4 stars in each row. Okay, so 1. Let's go this way. Now we got all the 2s. This should look really familiar. When you see this, what is popping into your brain? I hope that you are seeing that this is an array, and we've done this before, right? Okay, so 7 rows of stars, and there's 4 in each row. How many stars did she draw? All right, well, we know that this is 7 groups of 4. Right? And how do we write 7 groups of 4? How do we write that? Remember at the very beginning we wrote 7 times 4 equals, and we would figure it out, right? Okay, well, I want to know how many stars she drew in all. So I would like to use a letter. All right? What is the thing I don't know? The thing I don't know, or my unknown, is how many, which is my total. So since I'm drawing stars, I want to know how many. Let's use S. We'll put S here. Now, you might know right off the bat what the answer is, but I would like to skip count to show it. Okay? So if we skip counted, this would be a 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. So S is 28. She drew 28 stars. Please make sure that you always write your label. This is your label, stars. All right. Very good. Now, now we're going to try something just a little bit different. On to the next page here. Okay. We're going to do something similar. Now, we skip counted to find the answer for the number of stars, right? Let's try something else. Instead of skip counting, let's count by 7 4 times. So, if we start with a 0, we have a 0 plus a 7 is what? Well, 7, right? Okay, I'm going to just circle that. Okay, now this is 1 7, so now we need 2 7s. 7 plus a 7 equals, well, this is when the number bonds come in. Yes, we may already know what it is, but this is showing our work. So I'm going to do my number bond on one of the 7s. What do I need to add to this 7 to make a 10? I need a 3. So I'm going to take a 3 out of this 7 and give it to the other 7. And when I do, I have a 10. Okay, but 3 plus what gives me 7? 3 plus 4, right? So now what do I have? A 10 and a 4 is 14. Okay, now let's do it again. Let's do a 14 plus a 7. What does it equal? Well, what does 14 need to make another 10? Well, 4 needs a, what? 6, right? Okay, so I take a 6 out. I'm going to give it to this to make another 10. Now 6 plus what gives me 7? 6 plus 1. Okay, so what do we have? We have, we've got already a 10 here, so we need to add another 10. That would give us 20, and 1 is 21. Okay, now what if I do 21 plus 7? What would that equal? Well, let's see here. What do we need to add? If we can already add the 7 and the 1, we know that that is 8, but I need to do a number bond because that was what our lesson was. What do I need to add to this? Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I don't want to do a number bond on this one. You don't always have to do it on the 7. This time, let's do a number bond on this. I want to break it into a 10. Here's my 10. 20 is 20 and 1. I can add this over here. Now I have 20 plus 8. Oh yeah, that's 28. Okay, so I counted by 7 4 times. I decomposed the 7 by breaking it into number bonds and using the number bonds to make my addition easier. Okay? So let's try a little bit more. Let's do 28 plus 7. Let's just keep on going. Okay? What does it equal? Well, this is close to a 10. Take it away from the 7, so 8 needs what to be a 10? It needs a 2. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 out of the 7. And 2 plus what gives me 7? 2 plus 5. Here's my 10. Now I have 30 and 5 is 35. Now I've counted by 7 5 times. Okay, now let's do counting by 7 6 times. So let's do 35 plus another 7. What does that equal? What do we need here to make another 10? We need a 5. All right, so let's break it apart. We'll give it a 5. Take a 5 out of the 7. Okay, now 5 plus what gives me 7? Oh, that's just like up here. So 5 plus, whoops, I'm losing my mouse. Where is it? There we go. 5 plus 2. We saw that right here. Okay, so now we have a 40 and a 2 is 42. Okay, now we just did it 6 times. Let's do counting by 7 7 times. Let's add another. Here's my 42. Let's add another one. Let's find out what equals. Oh, this is really close to a 10, so let's break this one apart. Let's put this as 40 and a 2. And then let's combine these. Okay, so 40 plus, well, what is 7 and 2? 7 and 2 is 9. So 40 and a 9 is 49. Okay, now let's do it again. Let's do it 8 times. 49 plus another 7. That's what? This is pretty close to a 10. Let's take away from the 7. Okay, so what does 9 need to make a 10? Only one more. So what's left? If I take 1 out of 7, 6. Because 1 plus 6 is 7. Okay, so here's my 10s. Okay, now I've added one more. That makes that 50 and a 6. So 7 8 times is 56. Let's do 7 9 times. Let's count by 7 9 times. Okay, so we need to do 56 plus 7. Let's see what it equals. This is pretty close to a 10. Let's take away from this one to make it be a 10. Okay, what does 6 need in order to be a 10? It needs 4. So let's take out 4. Now what's left over with my 7? 4 plus what gives me 7? 4 plus 3. We add this. Here's my new 10. This would make it be 60. So 60 and 3 is 63. Okay, that was 7 9 times. Let's do 7 10 times. Okay, so let's do 63 plus 7. What does that equal? Okay, well this is pretty close. So see my number bond, I'm decomposing. This is closer to the 10 down here, so I'm going to decompose this one into a 60 and a 3. I'm going to combine this. And what do I have? 60 plus, what's 7 and 3? 10. Oh, that's so easy. 60 plus 10 is 70. See how I decomposed it to show my work? This is the work I want to see. I'm going to want to see a number bond on one of your numbers. And then you circle what you combined. Right? Now, the very last thing that you're going to do is this. Now, okay, if I wanted to do, let's say I wanted to count by 7 6 times, okay? Okay, where's my mouse? Well, I would love to find it. There it is. Okay, 7 6 times, okay? I want to know what it is. Now I can skip count by 7, and then that would be, if I counted 6 times, what would that be? That would be 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42 when I skip count, right? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The answer is going to be 42. Now, if I put a letter in here, then what do we have? What if I make it 7 times an n, or a number we don't know, equals 56? How would you find that out? Well, 7, well, we don't know how many times. We got to skip count till we get to 56. Well, we're already to 42. So 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56. Okay, so how many 7s did I need to count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So n is going to equal 8. Okay, but what if we did something else? What if we had a number we didn't know, and we divided it by 7, and it equaled 9? What would my number be? Well, then I need to figure out what 7 times 9 is, because this is a large number. This is my total, right? Well, I only know what 7 times 8 is. Let's add another 9, or add another 7 to it, because I just can't remember. Decompose it. I need a 4. That gives me 3 left. Here's my 10. That would be 60 and 3, so that's 63. What's my total? N is going to be 63. Now this means that wherever there's an n, I can put a 63 and the sentence will make sense. So let's just check it out. 63 divided by 7 equals 9. Is that true? It sure is. We did a good job. Okay, this is what we're going to be doing for our homework today. Good luck, and I will see you in the morning.